Hello and welcome to episode 50 of Unemployed to Unstoppable. The journey continues. As you can see in the league, we've not been on the best run of form. We did have a pretty good transfer window. We got some great players in, but form has took a bit of a nosedive. I'll just show you in the schedule. So after we thumped Blackburn convincingly, we went on, we consolidated with another victory at Coventry, slipped to first defeat of the season at Swansea, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag since then. We've gone through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, and then we've gone through again by beating Brentford 1-0, which was a very cagey game. So we do have Birmingham in the next round. In this episode, we will play the home game against Derby and the away game at Birmingham. Hopefully we can turn our fortunes round just a little bit so we don't slip too far off the pace. Transfer window is now shut, so the squad's set till January. So stay tuned and I'll take you to the first game. And here we go for the first game of the episode at home to Derby County. Starting lineup as follows: Cooper in goals. We've got Wallace and McNamara in the fullback positions. Palmer, Brown and Shaq in the centre of defence with Reid and Rogerson in the middle of the park. Fraser inside winger on the left. Rocker the winger on the right with Daw and Dunn continuing up front. We did do a bit of playing around with the formation over the last few games. We put a third man in midfield and dropped to one up front to try and fit a Thibaut back into the squad because he is one of our highest rated players. But I just can't really fit him in too much. It doesn't stop them scoring too many. It doesn't really offer us anything in attack. So I've gone back to the two up front attacking formation. The other change I've done is I've just dropped off the get stuck in. We were picking up a lot of yellow cards. We broke the discipline record last season for most yellow cards and reds in a season. And we've already had 2 or 3 sendings off this season. So we've just tried to calm it down a little bit to try and keep the full complement of players on the pitch. We'll just get into this game, we'll get through the team talk, and hopefully we can get back a little bit of momentum. It did look like we were going to go on to a barnstorming start at the start of the season when we hit 5 against Blackburn. Again, debuts from Rocker and Daw up front, both scoring goals. It just looked like it was setting us up for a really strong season. It's just faded off a little bit then. I'm not too impressed with Fraser coming in as a winger on the left. I mean, I thought he would offer us a bit more than he has done. It might take him a few games to get up to speed, but so far he's been a little bit disappointing. We've lost Rocker early on. He wants to come off, so Thibaut comes in on the right-hand wing, which isn't great because Rocker, again, he's a really good threatening player to have on that wing. So coming up towards 15 minutes in the game, not too much in the chance section. We've had no real highlights. I mean, the team we've got here, I'm quite impressed with the spine now. So 2 strikers, 2 midfielders, 2 defenders are all looking pretty strong. But again, I just can't seem to stop teams scoring against us. Certainly on the set pieces, it might be something I have to go back and tweak. Try and make sure the best heading ability players are in the right places, because too often it seems to happen we'll concede a goal out of nowhere. Dawes playing a deep line forward role. Again, it was to cover the gap between the midfield and the strikers, but again we might go back to an advanced forward, or we might turn Dunn from a poacher into a advanced forward, because the poacher role's not really been working out too well. So let's get him into an advanced forward. See if we can just change our fortunes a little bit and get a few more chances for our side. Again, falling down towards kind of mid-table position, which isn't great because we've certainly strengthened since last season. Just can't hit that same form, get that run going that we have previously. Here we go, corner for us. Then Fraser takes it into Palmer Brown. Ball scrambles about, and again, we've not maximised corners. Again, I'll have to go in and have a look and make sure I've got the right players in the right spots, because something's not quite right. Derby with another corner at the other end. Just managed to get it away, but not looking too bad. We're not being dominated. We're just not asserting our own dominance on the game. Throw a bit of encouragement out to the players there, see if we can just pick them up a little bit. as we know in Football Manager, morale's key. Keeping them all happy is key. So ball into a Tebow, back to Wallace. At the edge of the box to Reed. He plays out to McNamara, who delivers it into the middle. But again, straight to the keeper. They're just unable to get that final ball in the right place to get it to Dunn or Door. Palmer Brown tries to unleash us down the left-hand side, but again, we just can't seem to put the right couple passes together. Reed, back to Palmer Brown, plays up to Dunn, but again, it's headed clear, and Derby look to counter. As they just, I mean, and they seem to be able to just play straight through, as it's certainly got me pondering, because it wasn't like this last season. And we've not really changed the back four. We've brought in better midfielders. We're just not covering the gaps. I think, to be honest, I'm going to have to sway away from the two up top in the centre. What I might do is see if Dore or Dunn can play on one of the wings, just to fit them all in. Fraser with a free kick then just before half time. Again, it's just put wide, so not a great start to the episode. Again, we're losing points. And what I thought might be a promotion push is slowly turning into a mid-table. As Wallace breaks down the left again just before half-time. Can we create something to give us a little bit of hope? Back to Reed. Into Rogerson. Dunn, little interchange, turns into the box. And he slots one home. So maybe turning into an advanced forward might help, rather than the poacher role. A goal just before half-time is going to be pivotal in this game if we're going to get anything out of it. XG-wise, we've been well off the pace until just before half-time. I want to see a much better second half. We'll keep an eye on who's playing poor. Again, Dore I'm not too worried about, because he's just absolute quality. And when he gets a chance, he normally scores. McNamara not having a great game. Shaq not having a great game. We'll just see how it develops. Throw into Derby then down the left. Again, that middle of the park area worries me a little bit. Can we win the ball back and get a counter? We are pressing a little bit, but they seem to be able to just pass through the press. There's no cover on that left-hand side. Again, I think McNamara's gone wandering. I don't know what he's doing. And yeah, 3-1 down. It's going to be tough to get us back from this one. And it's catch-22 now, because if I plug the gaps in defence, we won't be able to score enough. So I'm just going to have to maintain the four up top. Hope we can find a way back into the game. Rogerson's picked up the ball smart in the middle of the field. He's breaking up. He's run nearly the entire length of the pitch. And that looks like a penalty to me. Sean Dunn's going to take it. He steps up calmly. This to make it 3-2, which we'll have time left to get an equaliser. Yes, so he's got the ball in. We have hope. He's got 2 goals today. Just see if we can encourage them further. Try and get the momentum of that goal. See if we can just get another one. 3-2 down, half an hour to go. Another corner for Derby. And it's come to a goal kick, so they're not capitalised on it. We just need to make sure we find a way to get in. So I'm going to take Reed off, because he's not having a great game. Getting Lowry on. Give him a chance. New signing from the summer, free transfer up in Scotland. "20 minutes to go then. Demanding more from the players. One big push, it's all we need. We just need an equaliser. We can't be leaving here with no points again." Goal kick to Derby. Can we win this in the middle of the park? No. Derby's got Wallace, got it back. Dunn turns. Break down the left with Fraser. Delivers into the box early to a Tebow at the back post, but he's been headed clear, and Derby look to counter. We are chasing him down, but again, we've been completely outpaced. And that's a let off. Because if they'd gone 4-2 up, I really can't see us getting back from that. I'm going to make a change at the back because Shaq's having a stinker. We'll get Callum Murray on. Final 15 minutes then. No shouts left at this current time. Palmer Brown with the ball on the halfway line into Lowry. Up wide to Fraser, who's into the box. But he's unable to pick out the pass. Lowry gets another go, plays out wide to McNamara. Cuts inside. And that is a terrible, absolutely terrible shot. I'll tell you, that was nearly a throw-in. 10 minutes to go then. Not been a vintage performance by any stretch of the imagination. Again, we've had plenty of shots on target. Just not good enough shots on target. As we drift into the final 5 minutes, it looks like we're coming away with nothing again. It's going to leave us a lot to do in that second half of the season. I've got to really look at a way to maximise the midfield position. Maybe a deep line playmaker is not the right role. Maybe I need to go back to a ball-winning midfielder and a box-to-box. But certainly, I'm not getting the defensive with Frail at the back for some reason when we weren't before, and I can't quite put my finger on it. But what I'll do is I'll switch to slightly more defensive for the next match. See if we can influence the outcome in a positive manner. So no points from the first game despite Dunn getting 2 goals. Very disappointing, not happy with the team. Yeah, it's hard to put a finger on quite what's going wrong at the minute. But stay tuned and I'll take us to the next game. We'll see if we can do something a little bit different. And welcome back for the second match away at Birmingham, which is a warm-up to the Carabao Cup third round, because that's who we're going to play in that game, albeit we'll be at home. Starting lineup as follows then: Cooper in goals, Wallace and McNamara in the full-back positions, with Johnson and Palmer Brown centre defence. Got a good partnership there. Atiba, we've changed the formation to drop him in as a ball-winning midfielder just in front of the back four to try and mop up any advances from the opposition. Box-to-box midfielder and a central midfielder attacking to support the attacking mentality. Fraser, we've gone to inverted winger attack role. Door's gone to an advanced forward, and Rocker, he maintains a winger support role. So hopefully these changes will help us be a little bit more balanced in the back so we don't concede as many goals. We'll certainly give it a go, see how we get on. Into the dressing room then. I don't know why we're such huge underdogs. I think it's hard with Millwall at the minute because we've got such a low wage budget. We're certainly down the bottom of the league in terms of monthly wage allowance, which is hampering us somewhat in getting enough quality players. We've got some really good players in there, but we can't really stretch to the next level. And that's where we're finding it a little bit difficult. We'll send a bit of encouragement out to the team then. Birmingham with a chance as it stands down the right hand side. In it goes. I've managed to clear it initially, but they've still got the ball around the edge of the box. Again, straight past our right back there. I don't know what he's doing. Delivered into the box. And yeah, he's missed it, but we seem to just be a little bit weak in them fullback areas now. McNamara and Wallace were really good, high-quality players when we first took over, but perhaps now they've just faded somewhat in their current ability as they've aged. But again, it's something I'll have to look into. Both playing as fullbacks automatic, but I might just have to switch them into defensive to stop them wandering so much out of position. Coming up to 15-minute mark then, 0-0. We've not had anything to speak of chance-wise whatsoever. We're not really creating anything, which is a bit disappointing. And certainly, I don't think it's so much a player problem as it is a tactical problem. It's a case of finding the right rules and positions to make this work again. Because although, I mean, we did win the first couple games of the season, but we've been very inconsistent since then, and it's very hard for us to gather up a bit of winning momentum when we can't play as good as we can in every single game. Again, let me know in the comment section if you've suffered similar problems where it all's been going pretty well, you feel like you've strengthened, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, form takes a massive dip and you can't really put your finger on why. And if you have, let us know what you've got through to fix it. It might be a team talk, it might be some morale boosting by speaking to individual players. But as it stands now, I'm getting a little bit frustrated that we're on an attacking mentality. We've got some great players out there. We just can't seem to create anything. And I think this transitional area in the middle of the park may be the area I need to concern myself with. Birmingham with another chance then, just before the half-hour mark. Rogerson's picked it up, return and break. Dawes got the ball, there's no one in front of him. Again, maybe we're a bit too deep. McNamara now, coming up the right-hand side, he's overlapped the right winger. Turns back, Rocker picks it up, drives towards the edge of the box, into Rogerson, Fraser. And what a time for him to get his first goal. It was 1-0 up away at Birmingham. So fantastic work from the team there on the counter. But again, I still have a concern that we're giving away too many opportunities. So we'll just watch the game, see how it develops. I'm hoping that little bit of a morale boost can help the players just see this match out. It'd certainly be a valuable 3 points on current form. Just keeping an eye on what everyone's doing. Dor again having a fairly quiet game, but just one moment and he'll snap one in the onion bag. Slowly approaching half time, and I think what's happened is with the extra man in defence, it's stifling us going forward a little bit, but we're not conceding anywhere near as many chances as we were previously. So I think it's just a case of tailoring it. I don't want to labour the point too much, but I think that middle triangle is where we just need to tweak slightly. I don't think it's going to be massive changes, just little changes to get things running as they should. Might have to go and analyse some of the movement of the players in that area to make sure they're not on each other's toes and they are moving within different areas to create the triangles we need to get through their midfield. Got up to half time then. 1-0 up. We'll give him a team talk, try and keep the morale up. We are happy with how it's going. I'll get them back out there to hopefully see this through. Rocker not having a great game on the right hand wing. His morale's not too bad. He's happy. But again, it's just an we need to keep an eye on to make sure he doesn't fade out of the game too much. Because we do have players that can come. Abdul Malik, he can come and play on the right hand wing. Sean Dunn's actually capable of playing on that right hand wing as well. So we won't leave it too long. Rocking out with the ball into Rogerson. He's giving it away. Bit weak in midfield. And that's giving Birmingham a chance on 50 minutes just to break up the other end of the pitch. So we're shepherding well in the middle of the park, but Birmingham is still managing to pass the ball around a little bit as they break towards the edge of the box. It's hit to the side, and again, no one picking up at the edge of the box. Slade out there, he just has a free shot on goal, and it's getting a little bit frustrating. So we've got 40 minutes to go. Try and keep the team going. I'm not doing too much at the minute because I save the shouts for if the morale drops a little bit. What I think I will do though is I'll get Rocker off because he's not picked up in form, and we'll get done on there with a bit more of a finishing, a striker mentality. Maybe break into the box and get onto something. Again, we just can't get out. Maybe it is that we're looking like we're quite deep. Maybe we need to just break out a little bit more, try and dictate a little bit more of the play. So Cooper's got the ball, chance to find somebody. Rocker on the right hand side, puts it into Dor. This is his moment. He's got another bite of the cherry, puts it back to Rocker, but it's a wayward shot. And that's the chance Dor at the start of the season. I would have banked on him scoring that. Dunn comes on for Rocker then. Just over half an hour to go. Try and maybe get an impact on the game. He scored 2 goals in the match before. So hopefully he can add another one to his tally from that wing position. Okay, we've not been doing too great on possession. I think it's going to be a tactical breakdown, I think. And as much as I've tweaked it, I need to tweak the in possession, the in transitions, and just go back to basics. Because we took Millwall to the verge of getting to the Premier League. We made some great signings, and it's almost felt like we got to a peak and we're going back a little bit. We're going slightly backwards. And we need to halt that and start moving forwards again. Rogerson's looking really tired. So we will get Lowry on. Finish out the game. Birmingham on the ball at the minute then. Playing round, we just need to stop them getting through. Again, it's that edge of the box area I'm worried about. Dawes picked it up then. Again, he's lone up front. Played out wide to Dunn. Can he find someone in the box? He's passed it back to Rogerson, but again, it's been blocked. Atibo picks it up again. McNamara. So the move's not dead yet. Rogerson into Fraser again. There is a man out wide if he needs him. Reed out wide to Wallace. Plays into the box. But yeah, it's offside, so the move's died out. 20 minutes to go then. Another chance for Birmingham. We just need to, again, we need to counter on them, so we need to get the ball back and start countering. A bit weary then playing it to the edge of the box again like they did the match before. There he goes, edge of the box. And he's missed this time, but we're not picking up that area there. It's twice now in the same game. I've been able to play the ball round to the edges and just slide it to the edge of the box for a free shot on goal. And make that change at the back. Replace the tiring player. I'll just see if we can G them up for the final 15 minutes. Come on, somebody step up. Somebody get a winner. 15 minutes to go. Johnson's starting to pick up a bit in terms of rating. But again, we've only created 2 chances the whole game. It's certainly a frustrating scenario. We go into the final 10 minutes. We're still in the game. Birmingham, then by no means a shabby side. They get a corner and it goes. Cooper's managed to pick it up. He sends it long up to try and find Dorr. Is he? Oh, I thought he'd had the running of his man there. Might have just been able to forge a chance coming into the final minutes. So these final minutes, we should get one more shout from the bench. There we go. Just going to demand some more. See if we can just put one final push in these last 5 minutes. At risk of cheesing everybody off. But again, I think this one's just fading out into another disappointing result. Hard work on the training ground. Transfer window shuts. There's no reinforcements coming in. It's got to be done with the players we've got. And that ball went into the box there. Heart was in my mouth. I thought that was the second goal for Birmingham. 4 minutes of injury time. Just need to hold out for these last few minutes. Take a valuable away point and try and rebuild and regain some momentum. Very stifled game. Just waiting for the whistle to go now. I don't anticipate there being too much of a chance now. Millwall with a corner, but I don't think it's going to be a highlight. And that's it all over. So we'll just get through and we'll do the dressing room talk, have a quick look at the league table and see where we are and when we're going to come back for the next episode. So there we go, 17th, really poor. I mean, we're only 8 points off the top. There's a long way in the season to go, so we're by no means out of it. We just need to get back into the form we were at the start of last season. I'll do some work off camera to try and fix that. In terms of the schedule then, we're into September. We'll probably come back in November for a couple of games in there. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and yeah, I'll see you hopefully with some better results. Take care.